Hey, what's up, Giovani? This is a quick demo video for you for your Corbanth Revan and also the Neopixel Blade that I made for you. This is installed with a Proffie. It's got a fully removable chassis, a 2-button setup, so your 2 switches here, right? Your big front switch will be your power. Your back will be your auxiliary. How to get to your chassis is you want to unscrew the pommel. We'll talk about this pommel here in a second because I know you had some questions. When you take this off, you'll find a spacer on here. It is a press fit on there. Just go ahead and leave it on. It's meant to stay there. All right. You'll see your speaker here. Give it a slight push from the emitter side, just a light push, and it'll pop right out there, and then you can go ahead and pull it out. All right. Before we go over your chassis, let's go over your pommel. You had asked me to drill out this piece right here to match these venting holes so that you didn't have any sound that was blocked, basically. On this guy, what's the nice thing about it is you don't have to drill through it. Just come over here and twist it off. All right. It comes right off. So you could put this back on for accuracy's sake, or you could take it off when you want sound. You could leave it off if you like, but essentially you have all of those holes that you wanted for sound venting, and we didn't have to do any drilling. All right, so that's what you've got right there. I'm going to go ahead and screw this back on for now, but it's very easy to take off. I'm just going to put it on just like that. Very easy to take off though. All right, so we'll put that off to the side. This is your chassis. You've got a removable battery setup, so please remember spring side is the negative side of your battery. You've got a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. You asked for the beefiest speaker in this guy, and this one is the one. All right. Your Proffie board right here. This is a snap fit down into the shelf, but you can get to everything from here. I got all the fonts on there that you sent me, a total of 7. There's a copy of the config file that I made on your SD card. And then if you look right in front of the board, I'll put a kill switch. All right. And then lastly, you've got, your lit Neopixel connector. So if we come over here and we put a battery in, this is a tight fit. You said you'd be doing a lot of swinging and stuff. I made this battery a tight fit. So when you put the battery in, just press down on the spring and then snap the battery into place, just like that. All right. And then come over here and hit the kill switch.
You are the one who deserves to be the Dark Lord.
When you flip it over here, you'll see your 2 switches. So you got power and auxiliary. We can turn on out here if we want. Right. No twist off, no twist on. Just tap it to turn it off. Now you'll notice I have a channel running the full length of this chassis right here. What I did do, because you have these holes in the Saber, you've got a hole greebly here. You've got another one right here. And then on the third one right here, what I did is I went ahead and I drilled and I tapped and I put a little set screw in there. Or just a tiny grub screw. If you can see it, it's kind of sticking into the ID of the handle. That's to ride along this groove right here. All right. That helps you align the switches where you don't have to worry about lining them up properly. Whoops, like that. If you don't put this in properly, it's only going to go in that far. But if you turn it till you find that groove, then all of a sudden it goes all the way in. When you get to right here, don't press on the speaker. All right. Use the spacer I put on this pommel. Just push it in and then screw it all the way down. All right. When you screw this pommel down and you lock it down all the way, it pushes the chassis forward. It locks it into place. Now you can come over here and hit power. Auxiliary. I will turn it off. All right. You have a single blade retention screw located in that hole right there. There we go. We focused on it right there. All right. And this is the, you asked for a 32-inch Neopixel blade. So this is a 1-inch diameter, 32-inch long Neopixel blade. We'll go ahead and toss this guy in there. So just throw it in. I sanded the entire blade for diffusion, so you won't have any dark spots. It looks really evenly lit, very bright. We'll lock it down with our blade retention screw. And then let me turn off this light right here. Then come over here and hit power. So kind of twisting around for you. All right. Auxiliary. Blaster bolt deflex is just tapping auxiliary. If you want blade lockup, hold down auxiliary and hit the saber. And you got your lockup right here. As you go up top, it moves closer to the emitter. When you go like that, it moves towards the tip of the blade. We'll go to another sound font. We'll just hit auxiliary. This is the fire font from Kyberphonic. So I gave you a fire blade.
Mario Kart 8!
It's Kyberphonic Mario Kart. So you got a green unstable here. The blade lockup is this sound, right? We'll hit auxiliary again.
God.
Electric mouse.
Initiate security protocol 115.
We have a few J-DeLorean fonts on here now. Of all the J-DeLorean fonts that you provided, most all of them except for one came with a blade style. So if it had a blade style in the folder, that's what I used. This would be one of them.
Attention, containment successful. System monitoring will remain on alert status.
Go another one. Now, if you ever want to change color of the blade, what you want to do is hold down auxiliary and hit power. You hear that noise, and you can just twist the saber and go to any color you want. So if you like this one right here, we'll tap power. Now when we turn this back on, it will be that color, and it will remember that color that you chose. Green blade, right after the pre-on. Just like that, all right? This is, I think, the blaster font. So this one had a blade style for it as well.
Darth Revan.
And we've gone through all of them because we're back now at the fire font. Right. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll start breaking this guy down. So first thing we want to do, obviously, is take our blade out. Makes it a little bit easier to manage. I've got your blade plug over here too. So this is the blade plug that was provided with the kit. So make sure that it stays in the saber. Go ahead and lock this down and just leave it in there. All right, but it's got some nice shine through. Come over here and take our pommel off. Remember, come over here. I put the blade plug in and I forgot you do need to give the chassis a little bit of a push from the emitter. All right, so before we do all that, give it a little bit of a push. It'll come out the end and you can pull it out just like that. Now you have a few choices. You can leave your battery in and just flip your kill switch. So if we turn it on and we flip the kill switch here, it kills everything. So now, you know, there's no power, but eventually you'll need to take this out to charge it. It is a tight fit, so I use like the back of my tweezers or something like that and just pop it out. All right, but that is basically your Revan and your Neopixel Blade. Let me know if you have any questions, and it's my intention to box this up and get everything out in the mail to you tomorrow. All right, thanks.